Okay, so I said, you know, they're pumping energy into this, you know, that highway to hell that I was showing you. And you're probably wondering, how the heck are they doing that? And you know, maybe even you're thinking, you're looking, okay, there's somewhere I'm going to find out he's crazy, and maybe that's it. But hold the fort, okay? We're back at Hill Cumorah, and I just put the dot there for the distance, and we are going to go to lovely Rochester, New York. And right here in downtown Rochester, this is the War Memorial. And I don't know what it's called today. I think it was Blue Cross Arena for a while. I don't know what it is today, and I don't care. It's the War Memorial. And I went to many concerts here, especially back in the early 80s, late 70s, 80, 81. You know, I've been here a little bit lately, maybe a couple of hockey games, that's about it. But there's still events that go on here, and I was actually at Jingle Jam last year with my son. But anyway, there you go. Here it is. There's the measurement to the Obelisk, to the Rochester downtown War Memorial. It is, you guessed it, 22 miles to the corner. Now the stage is right here. So when you got bands going, you got all the energy coming this way from the audience, okay? The band's got energy going that way, but the audience, where there must be sucking the energy from, and don't ask me how they do that, I would love to know, but somehow they're doing it. Just like that hieroglyphs I showed you in the ancient, you know, freaking caves, where they showed those obelisks attached to people's heads. I mean, there's somehow they getting energy off people, and they're pumping it. And you see how it kind of connected the circuit, where it went back to them, and you know the people were connected, and then the obelisk was connected to them. It's like they're rotating this energy, or something. I don't know, but whatever it is, it's not good. I can't imagine, because the next couple of things I'm going to show you are also right here in downtown Rochester. You know, first of all, this is the inner loop, which now they're talking about getting rid of. And right to the middle of that inner loop is also 22 miles. And you know, I'm not going to get there exact, but you can get the picture right. It's pretty much in the center of the inner loop, and it's 22 miles. But worse than that, if it can get any worse, we're going to bring this over. I believe that's the prison right there. That is the Monroe County Prison building right here. And that, as you can see, is 22.13 miles. You know, there's that 13. You know, that's another number that's, you know, important in all this. You know, that number 13. 2213 to the prison. And you know, I'm not even done yet. Now we go over to this, and we're going to put it right in the middle of this grid. And I'm going to center this a little bit. We're going to put it right in the middle of that grid, and I'm going to ask you, what do you think this grid is? Because I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say this is some type of amplification method, like solar power for emotions. Because this building right here is the Monroe County Courthouse, okay? The Monroe County Courthouse, where emotions fly and they're fresh all the time because they keep cycling the emotions through. Murder cases, family court battles. I mean, right in this building, and this thing is in a numerological freaking whatever at the great number of 22.11. And remember that freaking thing up in Kazakhstan, that V had the, and if I haven't showed you this yet, I'm going to, had the V, had that angle because of the distances of the triangle legs of 66.2211 degrees. And that is all related. And here we are, the Monroe County Courthouse, 22.11 miles, sucking freaking people's souls as best as they can right out of that building. That is absolutely incredible. Absolutely stunning. And I would love to know how they do it. And there's people, there must be people around that know. I mean, this is, I mean, if anybody at this point is saying this is coincidence, you're crazy. That's my statement. But, you know, where this is going, you know, who the freak knows? You know, this is ancient. This has been around forever. That Obelisk was built in 1935. I don't know when these buildings were built, but 1935, you know, and what the occultists say, the people who like to hide stuff and do stuff like that, is they say when you build something like that, an obelisk, you know, at first it might not be anything, but over time it actually gains an energy, which I'm beginning to think is probably true. Okay, you know, I was just messing around here a little bit, and look what I did. I just put that line that went to the county courthouse, and I extended it to where the 22-mile point was on the War Memorial, and look at this freaking number that's coming up now, the distance, when I just add that. 22.22 miles. So you got this is like a receiver or a transmitter, I mean, and they're like in harmony with each other. The buildings. I mean, are you kidding me? You know what? I'm gonna see what it is over to the prison. Where is that prison? And there it is to the prison. And it is now 22.2. Wow. That's freaking wild. How do they make that work? That is incredible. I would love to know the physics, the math, whatever science. You know, what are they doing with that energy, and how are they bringing it into that system, and how are they bringing it out? I mean, think about it. They're pumping this energy to that obelisk that is connected to so much. Sandy Hook, Spangler's House, you know, Soda's Point, the Mormon Tabernacle, the pentagram, the Feathered Serpent Temple, Stonehenge. Woo! This is really wild stuff. I tell you, this is the kind of stuff I think people need to start getting in tune with if they want to know what's going to be going on in the world in the next, you know, probably 2,000 years, because this is what I'm talking about with the age of Aquarius, that this is going to become visible to people. And it's obviously becoming visible to me, and I think this is just going to become more and more visible to more and more people. And one of the things that is really disturbing is, think about the Department of Homeland Security. They went and bought 2 billion bullets. What are there, 300 million people in the United States? What's that? That's 7 bullets for every person in the U.S.? I mean, what the heck are they doing? What are they getting ready for? I mean, if you think about it, this type of information is you know, it's a game changer, or it could be. I'm not saying it has to be, because I'm not freaking out about it. I just think it's freaking interesting as hell. But I also, you know, wonder how this is affecting everybody, and who's benefiting. and who's losing, you know, and I know I'm not benefiting. I know most people looking at this aren't benefiting, so we're all losing. And one of the things that I wanted to put this video out here for, and I'm, by the way, not even done yet, is as people know about this and find out about this more and more, the more and more people that find out about this, then the less effective this is in controlling our lives or whatever it is it's doing. You know, knowledge is power. And, you know, I think the town of Webster literally has an opportunity right now to affect the next 2,000 years of human evolution on what you're going to do about this stuff. And like I said, I'm not even done yet. Because if you don't do anything, then the next 2,000 years are going to be like the last 2,000 years. Deception, deceit. I mean, look at the situation the world is in. If we can do something about this, pump in the blue, you know, let people know about this and ask questions and bring some light to this and knowledge. I mean, knowledge is power. Ignorance is weakness. You don't want to go into the age of Aquarius the next 2,000 years in a position of ignorance because we will be weak. If we go in with knowledge, then we will have power. And if we do that, this area, Webster, New York, and this area could affect the next 2,000 years of human evolution. It's not going to change the age of Aquarius, but it can deflect it a little bit to the good. Do you see what I'm saying? I really think that's true. And like I said, I'm not even done showing you what I'm going to show you yet.